Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately. And before I go into this, I just want to quickly introduce myself. For those of you guys who, well, for some of you guys who just subscribed to my channel, and for anyone who just randomly went to my video and just click on it. So, my name is Jaime Ibarra. I was born and raised in California in a small town in Monterey County. So, like I said, I've been living California most of my whole life. Obviously, I was born and raised in America. Um, my parents, um, my parents came here to America illegally. Um, my father decided to come to America to, to start finding a better job, be able to find opportunity in America. So he started coming here in Washington State. And long story short, he met his first wife. Um, they got a daughter, which is my older sister. Um, the the marriage didn't last long, so they got a divorce. When my dad got a divorce, he went back to Mexico and with my sister. But my dad decided to take her back to her mom because it wasn't going well with them when they were in Mexico, according to my dad. So fast forward, my dad was still living around Mexico. He met my mom. Fast forward, they got married. After they got married, um they asked my dad went back to America with my mom, and my mom was going to community college in Mexico, but she had to drop out to go to my dad to America. And so they came to America. I truly believe they came here illegally. And and when they got in America, they decided to live in California. Um, my dad started working at the fields at the lettuce, and my mom in the field as well at the cilantro. Um, my dad worked his way up to in the field and started to become a foreman. Um, around that time, I believe they got my big brother. My big brother was born. They were living in a kind of like an apartment, I would say. Like it's like close to college. And the local college that I it's close to a local community college to where I live. And fast forward, they started saving up money to get themselves their own house, a better place. During that time, they got me. I believe they got a house before I was born. I would probably say I'm not sure about it. But then fast forward, we were living to that house that they got by saving up the money. Um, my little brother was born, so I'm the middle brother, guys. Fast forward, when I was in elementary school, we moved to a bigger house. I was saying, yeah, pretty much a bigger house. Um, we were happy because the thing is the house was big. We had more rooms and everything, but we were young though. And so fast forward, continue on going to school. I was in special ed. I was mostly special ed from kindergarten all the way up to senior in high school. When I was in the seventh grade, I became an outcast because instead of me going to middle school in the sixth grade, um, I had to stay one more year at the elementary school because of me being in special ed. It wasn't because I flunk or anything. I flunked fifth grade. No, it's because due to me being in special ed, I had to stay one more year with that teacher that I was with, and what's it called? When I went to middle school, I was completely an outcast. Like I couldn't hang out with no one most of the time, but some twins that I actually knew and met when I was young. And so fast forward, I went to high school. I was pretty much an outcast, I wasn't really popular or anything. I didn't have any good grades. In high school, I was too busy, focusing on sports, becoming a good athlete, whatever. I I played football for 2 years. I did cross country for 1 year, but mostly throughout my high school, I wrestle. I wrestled through my high school year, which is because wrestling was my passion. I started wrestling when I was in the 8th grade, and so fast forward, I also did box as well when I was younger, but that was only for a bit. But then, but I was focused on wrestling. My goal in high school was is to me to want to go to college and wrestle over there. It wasn't a good goal for me because like I said, guys, I wasn't really good at at school. I was really poor in academic pretty much. I was so special ed. Most likely, I was gonna go to a community college. Um, I graduated high school, but I barely graduated with the 1 point something, and I went to college. I thought thing was gonna change everything, but it turned out it didn't. College wasn't for me. I dropped out multiple times. Um, During the time when I was in college, I met a good business slash economic teacher, um, help us to think outside the box about how to be successful in life without anyone going to college, without going to college being in debt. So I took his advice. I was open minded, and I found opportunities that I done, but I should have stuck with it and just think outside the box. But I just couldn't because I have insecurity, fear, and anxiety. My belief, yeah, insecurity, fear, and anxiety, guys. And um, so pretty much most of my 20 years it was a struggle financially because I was just too much fear going on in my me trying to be financially stable, too much pressure, too much anxiety when it comes to trying to be financially stable because you know I guess other people got some good advice. Most of the time, I believe not good advice. And this is what I want to talk about, guys. There's something I really want to talk about this. It's just something that's been on my mind. Oh, I'll be thinking about this as well. So I decided that I'm gonna put my trust in God with my finances, with my economic battle. The reason why because it's because one is because when I was trying to be financially stable, when I was trying to become an entrepreneur, when I was trying to be able to not work for anyone or be able to pay, be able to be stress free financially, and I guess back then, be able to help my parents out. I just had too much pressure, too much anger, too much fear, too much anxiety, worried too much about the future, what's gonna happen, and during that time, I've been listening to a lot of people talking about what is a good investment to do, what is a good business opportunity you could do, what is a good way you could do in 2025, 2024, 2022, whatever. I was listening to those people. Still, some people they give us good advice, but some of them not, in my belief. And not also that there's times that people that want to do something that is not really right, like deep inside is not right. Like for example, being in debt. Something that Robert Kiyosaki recommend was that I don't discriminate him. He is a really good financial guru person. It's just however there's some of the stuff that what he teaches is not really right. If you're really being mindful and really you know if you really go deep inside knowing that this is right or wrong. Um, One is talking about being in debt. Like, in order to be wealthy, whatever, you gotta be in debt. And I'm talking about going to college and being in debt. No, not that. Like, investing in something, doing something in business, but you being in the process of doing businesses, you gotta be in debt because in order to be in debt, you can use that debt to transfer into wealth or something like that. That's something that deep inside that it was wrong. I would dare to say that, guys. And the other thing too is when people talk about finance or business, whatever, they do it out of fear. They do it out of anxious. They do it out of thrill. You get what I'm saying, guys? And sometimes I would dare to say it's manipulated. It's manipulated. Um, you know, when I was younger, I was figuring out making plans, figuring out what to do with real estate, with crypto, with stock, whatever. Um, there's times that I press myself. I don't know why, but most likely because I was who I hated. I hated my mother, and when I hated my mother, I was just like her. I had her mentality and everything, but through that, it was something that was not peaceful when it comes to me doing businesses. And and the media and people were just saying that you gotta do this because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to be economic stable. The stock market's gonna very crash again, or the great president is heading towards our way. We gotta do this, do that. All that stuff, all that stuff is giving us fear. These people are saying that are acting like Chicken Little, saying that the sky is falling. And and really, guys, this come to the point that when I started listening to Pastor Andrew Romack, trusting God, he just really advised us to just trust in God in our finances, because the problem is, especially with Christians, when we don't trust in God in our finances, everything we're definitely not gonna go our way, but everything goes really bad or rotten, I would say. Like, yes, you could be successful with the present, the fear and anxious, with the fear and anxious and the anger you have, going through that battle, but you're not gonna have peace. You get what I'm saying, guys? You're not gonna have truly peace, you know. And honestly, guys, money does not make you happy. Money is not gonna solve every single thing in your life. Like, yeah, it will solve you to pay off the bills, pay off the grocery food, pay your car payment, whatever. But it won't give you peace. It won't give you peace, guys. And I guarantee you, there's some people, and I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I do believe a lot of some of the Gen Z's people, or anyone, or any generation in particular. But I just want to talk about the Gen Z people, because young people are just focusing too much on this world, are focusing too much. And by the way, guys, I'm not a Gen Z person, by the way. And Gen Z people are just focusing too much on this world because they're still young. They're still in their 20s. Um, and I understand, because when I was in my 20s, there was times I just want to focus on the world, because all the glitter and glamour and gloomy stuff going on, think that's gonna make you happy. It doesn't. And also with people who are probably in their 30s and 40s and above, you know, some of them, or most of them, are probably still focused on this world, and really, this world's not gonna make us happy. It's not gonna give us peace. You may have peace or happy for temporary, like a cup of coffee, but I guarantee you, it's gonna weigh you down. Like, it's gonna weigh you down. You know, and and guys, I just decided I'm gonna put my trust in God. I'm gonna trust my God. I'm gonna trust in God with my finance. I'm just tired of the the heaviness of my shoulder, especially in my head, and and the anxiety, the fear that the media always um give us. Well, I'm tired of the media giving us fear and worry. In reality, if we trust in God, everything will be alright. Um, God did provide Isaac during the famine time, and regardless of the famine, He still prospered him. He still prospered him to the point that one of the kings from the Philistine was envy as Isaac because he was prospered more than him and his kingdom, something like that. I believe it was something like that. But you can go ahead and check you go ahead and take a look on that. It's on the book of Genesis, Genesis chapter 26. I just explain everything about it, guys. Um, I might put the I might put that chapter on the description and honestly, guys, if God can be able to prosper Isaac during the famine, He can definitely prosper us in 2025. And I do believe when all that stuff's happening, it just make people depressed, make people feel they have to become the type of person they're not really are, and suddenly do commit suicide because of the economic battle or something like that. I don't know how it is in 2025, but back in 2008, I do believe a lot of people did commit suicide because of the stock market crash. And maybe it's probably happening right now. I'm not sure, but I do believe it is. Not probably a lot as it is in 2008, but I don't know. But I do believe it, guys, because this world, this like I said, guys, this world doesn't give you peace. It doesn't give you happiness, and and really, guys, with all this stuff going on, where gas prices are are expensive, grocery food as well, everything expensive. Houses just really expensive. You can't even get it. Um, with all that, this is something we shouldn't be worried about. We should be possibly praising and rejoicing the Lord about this situation, guys. You know, in our life, whether you're a believer or not, we all have our challenges. It's just the difference is that the true believers that that really believe in God, regardless of the challenges going on in their life, they still have peace. And you guys really want to have peace in your life, the peace that you don't get anything from this world. I really encourage you guys to really go to God, go to Jesus. He's here. He's there for you. No matter what age you are, He's there for you guys. It's just the question is, are you putting your mind to Him all the time? And that goes to me too. Are you putting your mind on Him all the time, especially on His kingdom? Do you do you worry about this life, but you know that God can provide? He can provide, the birds and everything as He mentioned in the gospel. How come He cannot provide you guys? You know what I mean? And so I just want to talk about this, guys, because I truly do believe I'm gonna make changes to my channel. I'm gonna really have a different goal, different mindset when it comes to my business. Um, I just want to say this about this, guys, and to encourage you too. For those of you guys who are really struggling financially, for those of you guys don't know what to do when it comes to finance or in general in life, let's go to Jesus, guys. Go to Jesus. He's there for you. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you. He wants to come to your life. He wants to give you peace. He wants to bless you actually. He loves you guys. But it's just the thing is, are you gonna really go to him and just take the leap of faith in life and overcome your battles in your life, especially your finance battles? Guys, it's 2025. Everything's going crazy financially. This is the economic battle we have to deal with. This is something that I should have done this a long time ago when I was started working with him. And I encourage you guys just go to Jesus. No matter what situation you are, He'll help you. Who lead the way, but you just gotta trust in Him. Um, that's all I gotta say, guys. And hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys did, press the like button, leave a comment. It just helps me to grow my channel. And like I said, guys, there's a possibility I'm gonna make a difference in my belief. I'm gonna make changes in my YouTube channel. I don't think it'll be that deep, but yeah, like I said, I don't think it's not gonna be that deep, but it's just the stuff that I'm doing. Me promoting stuff, me doing something I'm trying to do on my YouTube channel. I'm just gonna get help by God. I'll do my best, to be honest, guys, because I do make mistakes. I do make mistakes that you know I I make mistakes before, guys. Guys, I was an outcast. Um, I was in special ed. People make fun of me when I make stupid mistakes, and and yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. And this video is long, so if you guys made it through the whole video, congratulations. Um, so that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you guys for watching, guys, and hope you guys are doing well. And just trust in God and trust His Son Jesus, and He will help you to overcome your battles. Love you guys. Take care now. God bless. Bye.